All right. So, Luca, if you're back,
I'm
yes,
back.
you are. Perfect. So we can move on with the pitching session, right?
Absolutely.
So
before we start, good luck, everyone. This is what you trained for. Irfan, no interest, I guess. Are you ready? Georgia, take it away.
Just before you start, as we already mentioned, there will be 7 solutions pitching for you today. We will have 5 minutes pitch and 3-minute Q&A. Everyone in the audience, please just type your questions in the chat, and we will pick the ones that are most suitable, and if we have time for them, of course. So before Irfan starts pitching, I would like to share one of my favorite quotes on success, made by one British novelist, G.K. Chesterton, who said, "I owe my success to having listened respectfully to the very best advice and then going away and doing the exact opposite." So let's see what these guys came up with. If you're all here, I'm looking forward to your pitching session. So Irfan, you're ready? Everyone, please just double click on his screen and we'll take it from there. Irfan, you can kick it off.
Hi guys, fantastic event. I just want to echo last words from Weizao. Take back control, and that's why we're in this. We want people to take back control of their identity, which is why we built Hypersign. Big thank you to AE Ventures and IBC for putting this together. It's a fantastic opportunity for us to present what we've been working on for the last 2 years. Hypersign is a seamless authentication and wallet solution for any enterprise. Let's see why we built it. If you look around you today, you will see this problem of data security breaches on the rise everywhere. And I don't think these are going to go away anytime soon. Digging a little bit deeper to understand why these are happening, it turns out that most governments as well as companies are not really looking into strong authentication and data protection because they find it complicated, expensive, time-consuming, and even in some cases, fragmented. The consequences further goes on to people like you and me. It's our data that's getting screwed. It's getting sold. It's getting, like we have no way to basically take back control in our data. So whether it's Zoom, Facebook, Google, so on and so forth. So data privacy issues, password hacks, we are the ones forced to learn different logins, 2FA, MFA. The list is just endless, right? That's why we built Hypersign. It's an authentication solution, simple, transparent, and stores data for you and only accessible to you and nobody else. This is an award-winning solution powered by Unisys because a security company, they awarded us as a best security solution. Cyberwayne, another blockchain, has given us best decentralized authentication solution, and Accenture has validated our product for an enterprise-grade solution. Let's see how it works. So our ecosystem is comprised of mainly 3 entities, users like you and me. There are service providers like email and payment and banks and so on. And then, of course, there is Hypersign, that is the identity provider. So each time you would like to access a website, all you have to do is load up the Hypersign app on your phone, go to the website of your choice, scan the QR code on the screen, registration, login, authentication, verification, everything happens in one step and on the blockchain, and the user is authenticated. The reason our product is special is because we are building a global user endorsement score. Each time a user verifies himself by a service provider, the score goes up. We are using the same principle to build our Hypersign token. Every time a service provider is motivated, this is how we motivate them to endorse users, they get paid, and every time they would like to buy services from us, they use the same token to spend. Now, when an enterprise deploys Hypersign in their environment, they get a unified solution that reduces technical debt. We bring seamless UX to drive user adoption. Rapid integration saves a lot of time. For you and me, we have brought full control on your personal data. We're giving you the power of consent. So now you understand who is using your data, where it's being used, how it's going, where it's going. We're giving you one unified login across all applications, or as many applications as possible, simplified experience, and not sacrificing on security whatsoever. You've all probably used Facebook and Google login, and in some cases, even MetaMask and Uport. But fact of the matter is that some of them are holding your data. And the ones that are not holding your data, you end up with a horrible UX or even end up paying heavy transaction fees. We are not like these guys. We don't want your data. We don't charge any transaction fees. We are giving you a unified solution that basically you would need to go to 3 or 4 different vendors to get what we are giving. We started this project in early 2019 and did our validation as mentioned earlier, with Cybervane and Unisys and so on. This year, we spent a lot of time building ourselves with accelerators like AE Ventures. Before the end of the year, we finish our POC and want to wrap up our MVP, and next year we go to token sale. Let's take a look at our business and the markets. The global identity and access management market is valued at $25 billion in the next 3 to 5 years. Of that, the authentication identity segment is $12 billion. The market that we are focusing on is close to $3 to $5 billion US, which is a small to medium enterprise. We are addressing this market through 3 main models: SaaS, a freemium to access independent developers and small companies, direct licensing model for slightly larger companies, and we are building a channel strategy to basically tackle the larger customers, which we cannot tackle ourselves. So we are currently signing contracts with Nano Corporation, who will represent us in the UK and Western Europe, Birlasoft in India and Southeast Asia, and Wyzen Consulting in North America. We currently have 1 ongoing RFP and a potential POC and multiple leads in backlog. Our team, Vishwas, he's been working for the last 5 years on India's premier blockchain project. Myself, I've spent 10 years in this business, and Vikram has spent the last 8 years as a full stack engineer in payment and energy. We have chosen our advisors wisely. We have Amit Dhawan, who is basically a CISO supporting more than 10,000 employees and a plethora of white customers. And Chandra, he is basically a technology creator. So we have a creator and a user guiding us in the same way. We are currently raising a seed round of $50,000 US. In conclusion, everyone needs strong authentication. This is a $25 billion industry, and we really want people to own and take back the control of their own identity. Thank you. We'll take questions now.
This is us having a warm applause, virtual applause for you, Irfan. Very good.
Very good, Irfan. Thank you very much. Let's see if we have some questions from the audience, or you rocked it and everyone is perfectly clear what Hypersign is. So as we can see here, there are no questions. Maybe Irfan, if while we're waiting, if someone has anything to ask, maybe you can share your thoughts regarding the program and just tell us how did you find the whole experience?
Yeah, sure. So like all of you guys have been seeing that how the ecosystem has evolved rapidly in the last 4 or 5 years, especially startup ecosystem. I must admit that building the blockchain ecosystem is still quite fresh here. It's a struggle to basically get proper validation from enterprise grade customers, as well as what you guys were discussing earlier, a lot of restriction from regulators. So we really appreciate large players like Binance as Eternity and as everyone coming together, and of course IBC to actually pull all you guys, pay attention and bring you here. So it's basically helping us out. And we've worked with multiple accelerators in the past. We've spoken to multiple people, but the value we actually got from the Starfleet program was, I don't think, the level of clarity that we have got in terms of who our market is, who our customer is, what our business is, who should we talk about, how and who, and all the details were really brought to us thanks to the Starfleet team.
All right, perfect. So there is a question.
Bunch.
As a question for you, Irfan. Yes. As blockchain is immutable, if anyone registers wrong data in the blockchain, doesn't that create a breach in the system?
The simple answer is yes, because the very data that's gone in is incorrect. But I think you want to be careful. You just don't take in random data, right? So at least in our case, the authentication that is happening and getting registered on the blockchain is of course validated by us because we know the transaction that's going in. But if you're going to open up random data to be recorded onto the blockchain, of course you will face this problem.
All right, so we are running out of time. Irfan, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If anyone is interested in knowing more about Hypersign, please go to people, find Irfan, and just send him a PM so you can chat for whatever you might be interested in. So the next team that we have here is the one trying to decentralize social media and to detect fake news. So Abhinav from Murmur, if you are here, please join us on stage.
Hi, Georgi.
All right, here we go. Welcome, Abhi, the stage is all yours. Welcome, Abhi, the stage is all yours.
Okay. First of all, thanks to AE Ventures, thanks to IBC Media, thanks to Starfleet for organizing this entire program. It's been great. So I'm going to share my screen. So I hope everyone can see my screen. So let me start
Yes,
off.
we can see it.
So hi guys, I'm Abhinav. I'm the CEO at Murmur. Murmur is a social news network governed by its members. Now, an overview. 70% of people who consume news do it through social media. 2 out of 3 people have claimed to have seen fake news on Facebook alone. And out of only 20% of social media users have even heard of fake news detection sites. So we got this information from a survey we did of 270 social media users and 100 minutes of customer interviews as well as deep online research. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that people spend half of social media users who consume news spend more than 5 minutes in determining whether the news is fake or not. As you can see from the diagram on the right, fake news, it says India strikes gold, and there was a news in India saying 3,000 tons of gold deposits was found. And in just 2 days, gold prices rose up by 5%. But later it was found that it was not true and only hardly 16 tons was found. Hence, we can see that fake news has great negative financial and social consequences. Now, 2 out of 3 social media users have encountered fake news over 5 times. So in summary, fake news is a large problem circulating around social media, and it has negative financial and social consequences. Now, what is the solution? Murmur, make news great again. What you see is a timeline of only authentic news on Murmur. And you can instantly verify the authenticity of news across all social media using Murmur. Now, our value proposition is we reduce the time spent in detecting fake news from 5 minutes to less than 10 seconds. Now, how do we do this? So we have a mobile app. So our Murmur Android and iOS app enables detection of fake news on WhatsApp, social media, blogs, news websites. We have a browser extension where you can highlight any news item on any website or social media platform and instantly determine its authenticity. Now, what is the market size? Our initial target market is decentralized social media users, which is about 1 million users. Our serviceable market is about 44 million overall people who use blockchain. And our total addressable market is those who consume news on social media, which is about 2.5 billion users. Now, I'm sure you must all be wondering, how does Murmur work? So you sign up, that is, you sign in. We are sign in using your Eternity private key, or sign up and you create a new Eternity username. Now comes how you use Murmur. You highlight potentially fake news. As you can see from the diagram here, there was a news highlighted saying chickens are infected with coronavirus. So you can highlight news on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, or any website that could potentially be fake. You highlight it and then you click on verify and vote on Murmur as seen on the diagram here. Once you click that, the Murmur browser extension pops up, or on the mobile, the app or the Android or iOS app pops up. And you can verify the post using Murmur's AI algorithm. Now, the AI determines the closest news items and classifies them either as fact or myth. This is a custom AI algorithm that we have built. Now, once you verify on Murmur using AI, so if you are not satisfied by that verification, that is, you feel that the AI hasn't verified it to my satisfaction, then you can post the news on Murmur for the community to verify. And that is where the post happens on the Eternity blockchain. As you can see from the diagram here, the AI itself has verified saying that this is a myth and it's false. Now, what does Murmur provide you in the end? It provides you a timeline of authentic news verified by AI, whether it's the closest words to be fact or myth, verified by the community of users, and provides a timeline of authentic events. Now, what is our journey? Murmur 1.0 started off on the EOS blockchain. We were clocking at over 100,000 transactions per month, and we had 10,000 users. But we found issues with scalability on EOS. Now, after the Starfleet program that we attended in March, we pivoted to what we'd like to call Murmur 2.0, or Murmur that makes news great again. Our roadmap, we see releasing our beta by August and our Eternity mainnet by October, by when we would have ported all our existing users and partnered with a news channel or a news agency. Now, an overview of Murmur. Murmur has 10,000 users on Android, iOS, and web. So far, we have clocked 1.1 million transactions on our smart contracts on iOS. And between September and November 2009, we were classified among the top 30 decentralized applications out of 2,000 decentralized applications worldwide, all blockchains. Now, some analysis about our competitors. As you can see, Voice, Steemit are decentralized social media platforms. Twitter and Facebook are centralized. Snopes and PolitiFact help you detect fake news. As you can see, Murmur ticks off all the boxes when it comes to content vetting, decentralized governance, data privacy, network effects, and user experience. Our revenue model, we charge $5,000 per dApp, aim to onboard 2,000 dApps. We charge an exchange fee per transaction, as well as for REST API calls from our platform. Our team, I'm the CEO, Amit is the CTO, Meeta is the Chief Marketing Officer, Sangram is the lead of product. We require a seed fund of $100,000 USD at a valuation of $1.5 million for product development, hiring, and marketing. Thank you very much, and please sign up for Murmur to make news great again.
Awesome. Thank you so much for everyone. We are Pontis, and we want to bring DeFi for everyone. So a little bit about ourselves. My name is Hemant Kumar, co-founder and CEO. Nitin Goyal, my co-founder and CTO. Both Nitin and myself come with more than 35 years of experience in IT. We have worked with big global corporates in the past and also have a decent amount of experience and exposure in the startup space, especially in the blockchain space in the last 4 years. I myself am a former CIO of UnoCoin, India's one of the oldest and the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges. As a CIO, I think there was one question that was constantly asked by my customers to me is that, Hemant, how am I going to make my idle crypto held on your exchange earn for me? Right? Because many people were risk averse and they didn't want to do trading. And unfortunately, all we offered was trading. But honestly, I didn't have a very convincing answer then, right? Cut to 2019, DeFi as a space has been growing phenomenally at a rate of more than 400% per year, right? And at one point in time, more than $1 billion has been stashed in the space in terms of value. So we thought it was a perfect match. There is a need, there is a solution, just connect, right? Apparently, it's not that straightforward. So there is a problem. Problem is, because the customers are attracted to DeFi, they are actually withdrawing the holdings from the exchanges and putting it into DeFi. So what's happening is, because of this, exchanges are losing customers, they're losing holdings, and also they're losing the revenue in turn, right? Also, on the other hand, from the exchange users perspective, it's not a very happy story either. Though there are quite a few B2C applications which are offering DeFi capabilities, none of them are actually very comprehensive and act like a one-stop shop. There is absolutely no consolidation whatsoever, and there are a lot of hazards and not very user-friendly. So the whole experience is actually broken. So what are we proposing? We are proposing Pontis. Pontis is basically a SaaS-based B2B offering for centralized exchanges. So what we do is we aggregate all the DeFi protocols and offer them to exchanges in the form of APIs, smart contracts, data insights, and smart recommendations, so that the exchanges, they can offer the DeFi capabilities to their customers. So we want to make it very, very seamless, very, very secured. And how does it look like? On the left, you see an existing cryptocurrency exchange, standard buy-sell stuff, right? On the right, you see how a DeFi capability can be integrated deeply into this application itself, right? So what does this mean? This means for a customer, they do not have to actually create or install a new application. They don't have to create a new wallet, no new private key management. But however, everything related to crypto under one roof, including DeFi, right? That's our core value proposition. That's one thing on the other hand, right? On the larger side of it, what are the benefits? From an exchange user's perspective, because they have access to DeFi, they will be having more earning potential, more earnings. They will have access to bigger liquidity, right? And because everything is consolidated under one roof, there is a lot of consolidation, portfolio consolidation, and you can be smart about it in terms of how you want to manage your portfolio, right? So everything related to crypto, you have one-stop shop. And on the exchanges side, because their customers are earning money, even the exchanges can earn money because they can take a cut out of it. So forget about revenue loss. They can actually make more money than they were before. So everybody is a winner, right? So that's one of our core value propositions that we are offering. In terms of go-to-market, we already have signed a LOI with UnoCoin. They have more than 1 million customers, and nearly 500,000 of them are actually KYC verified, right? So we thought it would be a great testing ground to validate our hypothesis and refine our model. And we're also in touch with other exchanges as we speak, but those will be in the subsequent stages. The key question, how do we make money? So on the right, you see a stream one, which is a major chunk of the revenue coming from the revenue sharing model that we're going to have with the exchanges. So basically based on the volume transaction, more the volume of transactions that customers make, more money we will make. As simple as that. And there are other substreams of revenue, but yeah, those are secondary. In terms of competition, this is how we stand. We do not have a direct competitor in the B2B space, but B2C space is, however, crowded and actually growing. Just to summarize this slide, right? See, there are two things we are solving. We are solving not just the problem of accessing DeFi, but also the problem of consolidation at a wallet level, at an exchange level. Both these things in conjunction will have a long-lasting impact in terms of how smartly you can manage your crypto portfolio as in a holistic approach. That aspect, B2C applications actually lack that vision and rather myopic. In terms of going live, where everything falls in place, we are going to go live in a matter of 4 months in September, and we are currently in our architecture system design phase. We're a very early startup, and yeah. And in terms of funding, we are looking at 85K, which goes into the building the MVP, integrating with an exchange, and also a small follow-up release after that. And on the right, you see how we are going to spend it. And that's our time. Thank you so much.
Is GoFinito. GoFinito, are you here? And yes, Rishabh, that's you. GoFinito, the time is yours. You have exactly 5 minutes. And if you can share the screen, this would be your cue. Good luck.
Hi guys, this is Rishabh Bajoria. I'm the co-founder and CEO of GoFinito. We are trying to build a retail SaaS platform for micro, small, medium, and large-scale enterprises. I'll quickly jump to the problem that we are trying to solve. The problem is basically everyone's problem that we face when we go to a retail store, which is queues. We do not want to wait in queues and spend the unnecessary time waiting for queues and getting the billing done. The second problem that we as consumers face is we are a part of multiple loyalty programs, and we do not know how many points get expired on a yearly basis, and we are not able to make the most leverage out of it. For the business side of things, these are the problems that a retailer faces. First one being lost customers, which is induced by long queues. Customers are lost and they do not want to wait in queues. Second problem being with the hardware setup that a billing kiosk requires. Each retailer has about 10 to 20 billing kiosks per store, and that requires a huge capex that is for hardware setup, and opex, which is human resource cost, and 20 to 50 square feet of floor space, which is charged on a monthly basis. For MSMEs, they are mostly low on resources and they do not have access to any of the smart tools that other retailers have access to. This is what we are trying to solve. The value prop that we propose for the consumers is no queues, a universal loyalty platform that helps a consumer convert their tokens to any other token. I'll come to this in the next few slides. For the business, it is to be able to convert opportunity because there are no queues, increase sales from loyalty and other offers, and reduce their overall capex and opex. Moving to how we do this, we have a product which is a self-checkout product for the consumer. Imagine having this product and you walk into the store, you pick products while you are shopping, and you scan the barcodes of these products and make a virtual cart for yourself. So that's step one. Step two, once your virtual cart is built, you can pay digitally. At this particular step, you redeem your loyalty tokens, and then you are good to go, and you exit the store. This entire drill that the consumer does generates a lot of in-store data, which is essentially not possible otherwise. This data is only possible in an e-commerce scenario where e-commerce companies retarget you based on the products you have added to your cart. That is the data that we are trying to capture here through the scans that a consumer is doing. This data can be viewed by the business on the web dashboard that we've created for the business. And this web dashboard is essentially paired with a mobile POS application, which is going to be handed over to the floor staff. So imagine the moving floor staff, which is just arranging items, starts doing billings for the people. The number of bills are going to increase and the efficiency of the overall store goes higher, and this kind of a is no longer needed. Everything shifts to mobile. Talking about the loyalty program that we are trying to build here, imagine having Zara points in your wallet and you are going to shop at a Walmart store. How about you get to use the Zara points at a Walmart store? This is what we are trying to build on Eternity blockchain. And this transaction would essentially benefit three stakeholders. The first one being Walmart, because Walmart gets a sale from Zara tokens. The consumer is going to incentivize because they are able to redeem their tokens, and Zara is going to make an ROI on points which are otherwise getting wasted. Moving ahead, this is the market size that we are trying to tap into. This is just the Indian retail market, which is $17 billion retail industry, and we are talking about the organized sector to start with, which is a $3.4 billion industry. And this is how we are going to start. Moving ahead, I talk about the competitive advantage that we have. We have Amazon Go as our competition because they are trying to create no-man stores by IoT sensors, and these stores are going to cost about $1 million to build. So the existing stores do not get converted into a smart store. That is something that we are able to do with a SaaS solution instead of a hardware solution. MishiPay is our direct competition because they are doing something similar, but they are lagging on the loyalty part of things. So that is what we are doing. Moving ahead with the growth plan, we have 4 business models. First one being a SaaS subscription for the mobile POS, wherein we give the mobile POS for free of cost and then charge a subscription fee on the premium features. Our channels are going to be mostly direct and digital ads to acquire users. Revenue per transaction is something that we are going to charge the business for every self-checkout transaction that happens on our platform. And there's a 0.5% loyalty redemption that we charge once a loyalty conversion happens or a loyalty redemption happens on the platform. Once we are through with these 3 business models and we are a little popular, we talk about brand promotion, wherein we plan to acquire new businesses on the platform who are going to promote on our platform and pay us for that. I just explained the revenue model, so I think I'll skip this slide. These are just some numbers on the revenues. Moving ahead, this is what our roadmap looks like, wherein we are talking to DMart, which is a national brand. We are talking to Lowe's, it's an international brand. And we are talking to the Organic World, it's a local brand in Bangalore. These are our prospects for now, and there are a couple of more prospects. We plan to convert them into our customers in the next phase. And this is what our product roadmap looks like, wherein we are planning to break even in June 2022. Moving ahead, this is the team. I am Rishabh Bajoria. I've had 2 years of experience in selling a manufactured product to retail clients. So these are B2B sales, and I've generated 2 crores in sales for my brother's business. We have Shubham Sengupta. He's worked on multiple projects as a full stack developer. He's a core member of the team. We have Abhishek Sharma. He's my co-founder and CTO. He's had 2 years of experience in blockchain projects, and he's worked at Simplify Tech. It's a startup in Bangalore. We have Utpal Pal as our advisor for blockchain, and he's been instrumental in setting up the blockchain team for TCS India. Yes. So thank you. I'll like to invite questions.
Thank you very much, Rishabh. Okay, so let's see. Cool. We have a lot of questions. We have a lot of comments. So let's start with the first. So why can't I just use centralized versions with the UPI payments and centralized loyalty? PhonePe and Paytm does already have POS for Kiranas. Do they have cashback making generic? What are your thoughts from Saru?
So I believe centralized loyalty is a pain because every big brand that you talk about has their own loyalty programs, and it's going to be a huge cost for them to kill those loyalty programs and be a part of a centralized loyalty system. Decentralized makes it more easier because people can convert and interchange their loyalty points through a platform. That helps brand keep their own loyalty systems also in place while being a part of a decentralized system. And coming to the POS part of things, yes, Paytm, PhonePe do have POS for Kiranas. They do not have a system wherein consumers can order from nearby kirana stores, and the solution does not fit in well for slightly bigger size stores like a Reliance Fresh store in the neighborhood.
Thank you very much. We're a little bit out of time. We have a lot of questions. So Rishabh, maybe that's the best way to connect is again in the chat while the presentation. Thank you very much